Okay, and it is Sunday, December 22nd, 2019. This is today's Advent Devotional, Advent, the Journey to Christmas. This comes from Church of the Highlands Devotional, day 20 of 25. Mary treasured up these things and pondered them in her heart. Store it up. There's a moment in the midst of the busyness of the Christmas night when the Bible notes that Mary treasured up these things and pondered them in her heart. Picture Mary taking a step back and soaking up every detail. Her baby boy has arrived. Joseph was still by her side. A group of shepherds showed up with a story of angels rejoicing over Jesus. They couldn't help but tell the whole town. Everyone was celebrating the miracle of her son. It was a precious moment of God's faithfulness, and she stored it up in her heart. We store up things for a reason. There comes a time when we need to turn to the supply we've saved to sustain us when we're in need. Knowing the prophecies about the Messiah's sacrifice, Mary would have been aware that her precious child would one day experience incredible suffering. When she stood at the foot of the cross as her son was sacrificed, Mary must have had to rehearse every memory that she had of God's faithfulness so she could continue believing in the promise of Jesus' resurrection. In her greatest moment of pain, she had a collection of proof that God would do what he had promised. When we experience mountaintop seasons of God's faithfulness, we need to store up the truth of our experience and save it for later. In John 16:33, Jesus makes it clear that in this world we will have trouble. But he tells us to take heart because he has overcome the world. In the hardest moments of our life, we need to remember the victory of Jesus and recall all the ways we've seen his goodness. When you experience God's faithfulness in your life, take a step back. Store it up as treasure in your heart. Think of it often. When your toughest days come, like Mary, you'll be able to endure. In today's prayer, Father, I praise you because you're faithful. You have seen it. I have seen it with my own eyes. I don't want to forget it. Help me intentionally store up the moments when I see you fulfill your promises, so that when difficulty comes, my faith will remain strong. And the scripture comes from Luke 2:16 through 19. They came with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the babe lying in the manger. Now when they had seen him, they made widely known the saying that was told them concerning this child, and those who heard it marveled at those things which were told them by the angels. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart. And then from John 16:33. These things I have spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. And again, I'm going to leave these links on down below. And again, feel free to leave any comments or prayer requests. You guys have a blessed day. All right, take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.